Again, thank you for allowing me to ask these questions. Mr. Hayward, I've watched this hearing, and time and time again, you've indicated this, you've responded with this statement: I can't give you a legitimate answer to that question. You've said it over and over again. They've asked you for details you didn't know. Did you bring anybody with you who has the detailed information that could help you answer a lot of these questions? Is there anybody else that you brought with?
I have a technical expert with me.
Because I don't see you go back to that technical expert, and you just continue to say, I just can't answer that question. So my question for you today, is today Thursday? Yes or no?
It is Thursday.
Okay. Next question. The people of Florida, when I talk to them and they say there's oil spilling on the coast, would it be appropriate to say that's because of BP's reckless behavior? Yes or no?
It is a consequence of a big accident.
No, yes or no? Reckless behavior or not?
There is no evidence of reckless behavior.
So you're saying here today that BP had no reckless behavior. That's your position. Yes?
There is no evidence of reckless behavior.
Yes or no? You're saying BP has had no reckless behavior, is what you're saying to us.
I have seen no evidence of reckless behavior.
Okay, so you're on record saying there's been no reckless behavior. We had a hearing. Mr. McKay was here. We had the CEO of Exxon, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, and Shell. We asked him questions. Knowing what we know today about the inconsistent well pressure test readings, would you have proceeded with withdrawing the drilling fluid from the well? Every one of them said no. Then the next question was asked to them about safety measures. Are there safety measures that your company could have taken to prevent this incident? Every one of them said yes. So you're here this morning saying your company had no reckless behavior, yet all your peers, the CEO of Exxon, Chevron, ConocoPhillips, and Shell, all pointed out your reckless behavior. Later on, Halliburton warned your company that the well could have a severe gas flow problem. Were you aware of Halliburton's warning? Yes or no?
I was not involved in any of the decision-making
no, I don't want to hear that.
Around this time.
I mean, this is the same thing you've been saying all day. What I want to know is, you, in your position, has anyone on your staff briefed you about Halliburton warning your company we could have a severe gas flow problem? Were you ever notified or briefed on this? Yes or no?
No, prior to the incident.
So you're up at this top of echelon, and you didn't hear. Did you hear about the emails that occurred? Later that day, a BP official involved in the decision who recognized the risks of proceeding with insufficient centralizers threw caution to the wind in an email just 4 days before the disaster, stating, "Who cares? It's done. End of story. We'll probably be fine." Did you know about that email?
I had no prior knowledge of this well prior to the incident
Well, what
whatsoever.
do you think? In light of what your 4 peers have said, dealing with safety, dealing with the precautions with the pressure test reading, and dealing with Halliburton, don't you think there's reckless behavior indication based upon if what I told you is true? Do you think BP has reckless behavior?
I believe all accidents are preventable. The investigation will determine how this accident has occurred and
Okay,
ensure
so
that it's
you're
not
saying
repeated.
right now, based upon all the information I gave you, you do not think BP had any reckless behavior. That's your position this afternoon. Is that correct? Yes or no?
I have seen
I want you to say that you don't think BP has reckless behavior.
I have seen no evidence of reckless
Okay,
behavior.
all right. Now, let's say you were on a ship and you ran into the New Orleans and you spewed all this oil and you killed 11 people. Do you think the captain of that ship should be fired? Has anyone in BP been fired because of this incident? Anybody? Yes or no?
No, so far.
No people have been fired. So your captain of the ship runs into New Orleans, spews all this oil, causes all this damage from Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Louisiana, and no one's been fired?
Our investigation is ongoing.
So let's say the investigation goes for 3 years. Does that mean you wouldn't fire anybody?
As the investigation draws conclusions, we'll take the necessary action.
Okay, so in light of all the environmental damage, the human damage, and just the information from your peers saying that you were indeed reckless, and these emails I've told you, you still are going to stonewall us this afternoon, and you're saying basically we did nothing wrong and we're going to wait till the evidence to prove whether we did wrong or right. Is that correct?
I believe we should await for the conclusions of the various investigations before we make decisions based on those conclusions.
Well, Mr. Chairman, he did answer that today's Thursday.